Welcome to spin training, everybody. Quickly, I want to show you how spin and phys ed fit together. So these posters should hopefully be familiar to you. These are our traditional play, practice, and fitness in phys ed. And all three of those, I've kept the colors the same, you know how much I love color, can then transfer into a spin class and phys ed. So there are 5 things at any one time I might self-assess, your teacher, or you can self-assess on. There's challenge and technique. Those both closely connect to fitness. There's choice. That one closely connects with play. And there are control and being able to follow along. And those are connected with practice. More on those. Your teacher will give you more feedback on those and zoom in on one particular aspect for your spin class. This spin training video is going to go through 4 different sections of things you need to do. There's before, there's during the actual workout, and there's after. Okay, first thing you need to do when you're doing your bike workout is find your cart. So it's going to be on my cart. If you could find my cart, that's a Where's Waldo. It could be on this carpet. It could be over here by the gym. It's up to you to find that card. All right, once you've got your card, you can place it on the door. Your target or your self-assessment will be worked out with your teacher. So for right now, you could just place that ticket or your card on the inside, and then we'll have our learning continuum up here, and you'll have something specific that you're working on. Then you're ready to come and get your bike set up. A couple of safety things before you start too, or one safety thing besides getting the bike configured. Shoes are tied up, both shoes, otherwise you can get tangled in and around here or tangled on here. If you want to come on in, I'm going to show you how this is set up. So when you come in, the TV will be off. You'll need to get this little white dongle thing for me. It gets plugged into the iPad or the phone. Then you need the black HDMI cord. It gets plugged into here. And you'll need to turn this TV on. On. iPad has to be on or you'll see nothing on the screen. Okay, there we go. So then you'll find your YouTube video of choice for the bike workout. They'll all be here in the history. You can play and then you're good to go. Okay, in order to ride your bike properly, it's important you get the bike adjusted. So in order to adjust the handlebars, you're gonna have to unscrew here. This pulls out after you unscrew. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Pull this up. Then once you've got that going, then this actually comes all the way up. Don't do that. You can slide piece by piece down, or you can slide it up. Seat is the same thing. Lefty loosey again. And the seat can go forward or it can go backward. The seat also can move up and down. So you can unscrew this. Up. The seat height is what I would get adjusted first. You want at the bottom a spot where your knee isn't like hyperextended, but you're just maybe slight flex in your knee at the bottom. So that looks pretty good for me. I'm gonna try one higher. I think I'm comfortable there. So you should be able to comfortably pedal where you don't have to reach for the pedals. Then we're going to adjust the height of this handlebar. A little bit of this is a guess and test. You want to have a proud chest we're going to talk about later. That means your shoulder blades are back. So I think that looks good for me. I can kind of do different hand positions and then also be able to hold my chest up. Going much lower, I think is going to have me bent over forward. So I like it where I had it. Right at the top. So this seat position is just going to be based on the frame of your body, and again, it will be a guess and test. There are numbers on the back here, so once you figure out what's comfortable for you, you can get it at that spot again. So here feels a little far away. I'm reaching for those handlebars. I'm gonna move it up a bit. And this obviously, just to show you the other extreme, this puts me so close here that I'm uncomfortable. So somewhere in the middle. There, that feels reasonable. So that for me is level 3. You see me get the bike oriented or adjusted for me. Now it's time for you to get the bike adjusted for you. Give it a shot now. Next, I'll show you some things that will be important once you get on the bike during your spin training class. A couple safety things about riding the bike once you're on. 2 feet need to always stay on the pedals. You can't have one foot coming off and doing the work and just pedaling with one. This pedal can actually bang into this leg, or you could slip off. This button here, this red one, works like a brake. So you're pushing that down and then the pedaling stops. The pedals keep going. So you want to avoid that situation. You don't want the pedals banging into your feet or banging into your legs. So you're pushing down, that comes everything to a safety stop. You want to think of 3 things while you're pedaling. You want your shoulders down, even as I'm talking to you, and when I'm riding to work or home from work. I have to think about this one all the time. Shoulders are got to stay down, so you don't want to have your shoulders shrugged up to here. Your hands, you try to keep them light. Hands, you try to keep them light on the handlebars. And even as I'm saying that, I'm noticing now my seat's pulled too far back. I can't stay light on the handlebars. Moving that up. Let's try this again. Yeah, that's better. I'm able to stay light on here. I might even go a little bit further forward. Yeah, that feels better. So you want to be able to have not slumped over here. You want to have light hands. That means I've got to engage my core when I'm biking so that my hands are light and my weight isn't all forward. So shoulders are down, light hands. Final thing is chest proud. So your chest is up. You don't want to be, again, slumped over, and I guess hands and chest kind of work together. You're slumped over here, you've got lots of weight on your wrists. This is where you can have problems. So you want to be up with your chest, light on your hands, 2 feet on the pedals. There's your safety stop. Shoulders are down. 3 different intensities that you need to be aware of for your spin workout. They are base, strength, and speed. Base is sort of your go-to speed, or something that you can keep going. It's a speed that you can maintain quite easily. I would mean it's similar to like a really slow jog, a really fast power walk. That's sort of how you should feel when you're at your base. Okay, I'm about to explain the 3 bike intensities. So if you can get on your bike and follow along, whenever you see students riding, that's Grayson, Taylor, and Maddie, you should ride along with them. So you can try it out as we go. Okay, let's see a base. So a base means that your resistance is neutral, and it also means it's a speed that you can continue for a long period of time. If you're running, I would compare it to a slow jog or a fast power walk. A little quicker, Maddie? You may have to turn the resistance up just a bit. So you're finding something that's like challenging yourself, getting your heart rate up, but not too crazy one way or another. So speed means you've got to adjust the resistance and make it a little easier to pedal. And then when you do that, your feet can move a little quicker on the pedals. We're still staying in control. Both feet stay on the pedals. I'd say it's kind of got a similar feel to biking downhill. Okay, you've seen base, now let's shift to speed. So you're using that red knob, turning the resistance down. You sure it's that right? Resistance down means to the minus. That's the correct direction. And then you're trying to get so that your legs are moving a little quicker than they were in your base. And everybody's speed here is a little bit different. The way it looks is a little bit different. So we're all in a speed mode. Okay, that's good. Go back to base. If this happens, Grayson's doing the right thing. He's pushing on his red button. You'll have to readjust your knob, get back into your base. That's your base?
No,
Strength means the pedals are going to move slower, but we still want you working hard. So you're increasing that resistance, which means turning that red knob clockwise or to the right. So the resistance goes up, pedals move a little slower, but you're still working hard. You'll be out of breath more than you would at a base, and you're pushing hard on those pedals. You may stand or you may be in the seat. That's completely up to you. Okay, so everybody's back in base. We're going to transition to strength. So that means the resistance goes up. Your legs are going to move a little slower once you get there. You can almost hear the strength work too because there's a tightening on the wheel. Your legs are moving a little slower. And once again, everyone's base looks different, everyone's speed looks different, everyone's strength looks different. Good job, you guys. Can we transition back to base? Okay, cleanup looks like this. You'll unplug the dongle from the iPad. You need to charge it. Charging cord's in the back here. Plug the charging cord in. You can turn off the TV. Our remote's going to be on the windowsill. Put the remote back. And then you're going to do COVID cleanup. So spray bottles here. Come on. You can spray down the handles, spray down the safety button, spray down the seat, and then put the spray bottle back on the windowsill. And then the final thing you'll have to do is your self-assessment. Now, our learning continuum or our learning number line, however you want to think about it, is here. You'll take your name and you'll place it wherever you think on the line. We don't have any criteria up here on the door now, but there'll be some criteria that you'll know before you start. You did it! Yay! You've completed spin training. Now you are certified, and when given the option, you can do spin class in the small fitness room, also known as the Bomber Room.